Hello, it is Serum, and I am back on Kerbal Space Program. And today, as a kind of a season finale, there'll probably be one more episode. We are going to bring back one of our Kerbals who is stranded on Duna using the Interplanetary Space 1. Or 2, sorry, that's the second one. It's basically with the update coming out for 0.21, I believe it is. I am basically it's going to break the save for the game, so I'm going to have to start over new from what I've been hearing. So this is the end of the kind of unofficial season 1, and then after the update I will start the official season 2, and I plan to do things a little bit differently. But as you can see here, I'm just speeding things up 16 times because I want to, for once, actually show the whole progress instead of just cutting away and jumping to the next thing. So it'll be a little bit longer of a video, and you can always skip forward if it gets boring. But I figured I'll use the time to talk a little bit about what I want to do here for the next season. So yeah, this is the unofficial season 1. I never really named it because I didn't want to have seasons. But then when I heard the update was coming out and I'd have to start over, I decided, what the heck, let's try to go with a season here. So it'll be season 2, and this is season 1. So with season 2, I want to try to have a little bit of more of a storyline for what's going on, and make it feel a little bit more like a show or something, and so I'm basically ending it here with trying to rescue get all the Kerbins back to Kerbals back to Kerbin. That's hard to say, because of budget cuts from all of the disasters that have been happening and all of the deaths that have been happening lately. So in the next season, we will address what is happening after the budget cuts to the Kerbal Space Program. And so on that note, this is basically rounding up one of the guys that can't get back, and we're using the Interplanetary Two because they don't have the budget to send another rocket to rescue him. So they're doing a very dangerous, risky attempt at saving him because they can't afford to do a safe way of saving him. And because I wanted to get the Interplanetary 2 out for at least one flight before the save is lost on us. So I thought, what the hell, let's just send this thing to Duna and try to rescue somebody. And it probably won't go very well because I'm going to try to do something very crazy that I'm pretty sure wouldn't work. But I decided to do it anyway. With season 2, I'll probably spend a little bit of time in the first episodes on Kerbin, doing planes and landing things on the planet and putting things in orbit. I want to do a better space station. I kind of have some ideas on what I would like to do that I did wrong with this space station, and maybe attempt a few space stations on other planets, orbiting other planets. So instead of just landing things on the planets, it would be nice to have space stations in orbit and other planets and moons. And another thing I would like to do that I never did was actually go to Mimbus, which I always thought I was going to do and then just never got around to it. And we'll probably check out Eve. Duna I will probably not spend as much time on since I've already done 2 trips there and I'm doing a third one now. By the way, I'm trying to slingshot around the moon to kind of give me a boost, so I don't need as much fuel to break Kerbin's orbit. But so yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll see how this goes. I'll give it a try at least. It'll be something new for me, and it'll be tough, but I'm gonna try to stick with it. And I'm gonna take a little bit of a break after the next episode to just kind of maybe make a new intro for season 2 and just take a little break and get everything installed and get familiar with some of the new parts and new things with the update, and then I'll jump into the seasons, and hopefully it'll be interesting. We'll see. So yeah, here I'm just basically still just trying to burn. It took me. This was like this was the longest trip I've ever done. Okay, so now it looks like no, still trying. Okay, I have a yeah, I'm still trying to burn out to the moon there. I was just seeing where I was. Yeah, this was took me about 4 hours to do, and I did it over 4 days. And then I took a day off, and then I edited everything, and then by the time that was done, okay, see now I have the escape. So now I'm just kind of playing around with things, seeing what I can do here. And I accidentally got myself back into an orbit. So now I have to turn it around and try to break that orbit and bring it back to an escape. So that's what I'm doing here. But yeah, after I got done with the editing, I took like a week, not quite a week off, and just played Minecraft. And I needed a break because I really got burned out on this mission. And I was kind of disappointed. I wasn't happy with how it ended. After this, I'll probably do, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned, this is my second time recording this, so it's hard to tell what's going on. So, yeah, this is what happened before. It jumped right to, I think I have something. I guess I did jump forward here. This is, I guess I thought I filmed the Duna thing, but I guess I didn't, so, or filmed flying the Duna. But it was boring anyway, so now here we are on Duna. I guess it's, like I said, it's been a week since I edited this, and I forgot what I did here. So yeah, now we're in an orbit around Duna, but then I realize I'm orbiting opposite of the planet, and that's not what I wanted, so I'm going to have to basically reverse my orbit, which took me a long time to do too. It was just a mess, and it used up a lot of my fuel. Like, I would have had enough fuel right now to return, but I end up using up most of it trying to reverse my orbit here. I need some coffee. So yeah, just basically everything was going wrong, and I was just getting frustrated with it, and I actually, like I said, I eventually just stopped playing and came back to it the next day, did a little bit more. I think the first day I just got to Duna, then the next day I did this part where I was reversing my orbit around, and that took a while. And then the next day I did the getting ready to save the guy. Like landing the craft to save him, and then the next day I brought him, or tried to do the whole bringing him back and everything. So here it is. It's kind of slowly going along. I believe I'm still doing 16 speed, although he sure doesn't seem like it. I basically had to bring my orbit up to the poles, and then kind of bring it back down the other way, back to the equator, and it was just a time-consuming process. And you can see even at 16 times speed, it's taking a while here, or maybe this is 8. I don't remember where I'm at. So yeah, it's going along slowly here. So yeah, it's like I was saying. Okay, now it's dropped down to 8 speed, so you can kind of see what's happening. I'm bringing it in, got it into the orbit that I want finally. Now I just gotta wait till it's daytime for the landing. But I'm getting this guy ready. I'm bringing him out to the craft. And I think I'm going to separate it and then just drop it down when it's ready. I want to spend some time on Kerbin just trying out the planes, maybe doing some missions on the planet, and then we'll go out to Eve, and I want to do Mimus and Jewel and its moons, and going to try to avoid Duna for a while. I want to try to have some space stations with fuel so that ships can refuel when they get to planets to kind of help basically not so that way I don't have to have as big rockets to get things to other planets. But I've got to think a little bit too about what I want to do with the season 2. So I don't want to say too much now because things may change. All right, so now I'm separating this and I'm going to just bring it into the planet. I do have to say with landers, I'm as you'll see here, I'm actually getting really good. I remember when I first landed on the moon, I had a hell of a time, but it ends up going very smoothly. And I think I accidentally didn't record it, so we cut ahead here. So I landed. Yeah, I know what happened. I had a glitch out and basically Skype, or not Skype, Fraps, that's it. Fraps crashed on me, and so I didn't record the landing. But I ended up being about 10 kilometers away from where the guy was that I wanted to be. So I basically had to run him all the way there, and it took me 40 minutes to do. So I will not force you to watch the sped up version of that. But I put a weight on my directional key and just, first I flew until the jetpack was out, and then I put it on 4 times speed and just put a weight on the directional button and had him just run, and it took me 40 minutes to get there. Here I am, I would just fly, then crash and slide for a while, then get up and do it all again. As you can see, over and over. Whee! Using my face to slide. Kerbals have very tough faces, I do have to say. So here it is, I'm just running 4 times speed with a weight on it. I went and did other things while this was going on. I do wish that Kerbals could run really fast. So here we are. This is where it gets crazy. I'm going to have him hang on to the ladder, and I'm going to try to fly him back. I've never tried this before, and I can just tell you now, and I'm sure you know, it's going to be a disaster. Also, in trying to slow down so that I could land near the guy, I used up a lot more fuel than I meant, as I meant to use. So as you can see, I have almost no fuel left. And there he goes. He falls off. What a shame. And now I'm in space, and I have no fuel left, so we're going down. And it's basically, I couldn't even get this into orbit, so luckily I repacked the parachutes. But the parachutes aren't working for some reason. I can't get them deployed. And I'm trying everything, and it ends up being a disaster. So we lost both pilots. So unfortunately, that's all we have. It was the worst one yet, and because of this, the Kerbal Space Program has lost all of its budget. Everybody's going home for sure now, and we'll have to wait till Season 2 to see what happens. But like I said, I'm going to try to have one more episode just to get the rest of the guys home. I am Serum, and I will see you next time. Bye!